beautiful Cuban song for you. Reclamo místico, Mystic Flea.
Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento. Dime que no me quieres, que ya me olvidas. Dime que ya no tienes ni un pensamiento, ni una sola esperanza que me dé vida, ni una sola esperanza que me dé vida. Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento. Dime que no me quieres, que ya me olvidas. Dime que ya no tienes ni un pensamiento, ni una sola esperanza que me dé vida, ni una sola esperanza que me dé vida. Mira que ya me muero, que sufro mucho. Mira que ya me abruman penas muy hondas. Mira que si muriendo tu voz escucho, pueda después de muerto que te responda. Pueda después de muerto que te responda. Mira que ya me muero, que sufro mucho. Mira que ya me abruman penas muy hondas. Mira que si muriendo tu voz escucho, pueda después de muerto que te responda. Pueda después de muerto que te responda. Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento.
Amor mío, tú eres libre y yo presa de sentimiento.
Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento.
Mira que ya eres libre como es el viento, dímelo tú.
Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento.
Aunque tú me has dejado en el abandono, de amarte no me arrepiento.
Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento.
Eres un pájaro que ya voló y te llevaste en mi corazón.
Dime que ya eres libre, como es el viento.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to be back. We were here a number of years ago, and I had forgotten how wonderful it is to play in Middlebury, and in this particular spot. It's quite magical. I'm sure you know that, but in case you need to be reminded, we're delighted to be here. We are Sol y Canto. We're actually based in the Boston area, although one of our members is currently living in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and came all the way to Middlebury to perform for you this evening. What do you think of that, huh? We are, in fact, from all different parts of Latin America and the Caribbean and the US, and I'll introduce us individually a little later on. But for you now, some more music from all different parts of Latin America and the Caribbean, and some new original compositions. We're going to feature our tunes from our latest album called En Todo Momento, At Every Moment, with the title song, En Todo Momento, written by our guitarist, Brian Amador. And we started off with a beautiful Cuban song by the name of Reclamo Místico, also from the same album.
This is a song in a sort of a Afro-Celtic, Venezuelan sort of a vein. It's a love duet in the tradition of Neil Diamond and Barbara Streisand. You know. He's saying, I got my feet pointed in your direction. I'm already on my way and the sun hasn't even come up. Every time I think of you, that is to say, all the time, I get so happy, smiling and playful, I feel like a child in my heart. Meanwhile, she's waking up and saying, what a beautiful morning, how I wish he were here to share it with me. En todo momento.
Tengo los zapatos apuntados en tu dirección, ya estoy en camino y no ha salido el sol, y no ha salido el sol.
En mi camita ya no pude descansar, tengo que ver tu cara dormida y a tus párpados besar, y a tus párpados besar. Los pajaritos me acompañan al pasar, la brisa mueve los sauces y relucen al temblar, y relucen al temblar. Cuando pienso en ti es decir en todo momento, cuando pienso en ti es decir en todo momento,
me pongo tan contento, risueño y juguetón, me siento como un niño, en el corazón, en el corazón.
Me he despertado pensando en un nuevo amor, la oscuridad se brinde ante el avance de resplandor, el avance de resplandor. En mi camita ya no puedo descansar, es que siento un calorcito que solo es un toque puede apagar, solo es un toque puede apagar. Qué maravilla este hermoso amanecer, como quisiera que no estuviera y viera conmigo el día nacer, viera conmigo el día nacer.
Pienso en ti es decir en todo momento, cuando pienso en ti es decir en todo momento,
te quiero
tan contento, y sueño que tú me
siento como un niño, en el corazón, en el corazón.
Cuando pienso en ti es decir en todo momento, cuando pienso en ti es decir en todo momento,
nada más me pongo contento y sueño que me siento como un niño, en el corazón, en el corazón.
Muchas gracias. Alan del Castillo and the Andean Quena. Bueno, vamos a llevarlos ahora al Perú. ¿Cuántos entienden algo de español? Anybody speak a little Spanish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, whoa, whoa. More than 10, more than 20. This is very exciting. Not to worry, we'll keep right on translating all our lyrics. Bienvenidos a todos los que hablan español. We hope that perhaps there might be some folks joining us this evening from the Middlebury Spanish program where we played on Saturday night. And if so, forgive me for speaking in English, but I must because I'm out here in the real world. We had a lot of fun on Saturday night playing for the folks who, you know, probably most of you who are here know that they take a vow to not speak in anything other than Spanish. And it was, I think, the first time in 16 years that we'd ever been able to sort of tell jokes in Spanish and just keep the whole show in Spanish. It was highly unusual. We kept having to stop ourselves from translating. However, here we are back in our element, happy to bring you these translations of these songs whose lyrics we think are very, very beautiful and we wouldn't want you to miss them. From Black Peru, Alando rhythm, this one is called Azúcar de Caña, sugarcane flour. have to tell you a little bit about the instrumentation in this rhythm, which typically is done with a slightly larger ensemble and some very rudimentary instruments, one of which a percussionist might one of the instruments the percussionist might play is called a cajon, or a caja, a box that they sit on and pound on with their hands, the front of the box made of wood. And this instrument right here, which is called a vibraslap, made by the company Latin Percussion from New Jersey, which is actually a modern version of a quijada, or donkey's jawbone, a Mexican instrument also used today a lot in Afro-Peruvian music. And you can see why this sounds similar to it. If you imagine the jawbone of the donkey, of course no longer on the donkey, when you strike the bone, the teeth inside of the jaw are loose and vibrate. Para ustedes, azúcar de caña, sugarcane flour. I go out every morning to cut the sugarcane, machete in my hand, heart of wine. The river is my brother, harvest is my destiny. The sun comes out from behind the mountain, flooding the entire valley with the aroma of the sugarcane. Tonight, I will dance hip to hip with my love to this song. By Daniel Kiri Escobar.
Salgo de mañana a tumbar la caña, salgo de mañana a tumbar la caña. Lucero del alba siempre me acompaña, lucero del alba siempre me acompaña. Machete en la mano, corazón de vino, machete en la mano, corazón de vino. El río, mi hermano, zafra mi destino. El río, mi hermano, zafra mi destino. Sale el sol tras la montaña, sale el sol tras la montaña, sale el sol tras la montaña, inundando todo el valle con aromas de la caña. Y esta noche en mi cabaña, esta noche en mi cabaña, esta noche en mi cabaña, voy a bailar coba, coba con mi mochera, esta hazaña con mi mochera,
Esta hazaña con mi mochera, esta hazaña con mi mochera, esta hazaña con mi mochera, azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó, azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó.
Roncan los trapiches moliendo la caña, roncan los trapiches moliendo la caña. Juguito guarapo quémame la entraña, juguito guarapo quémame las entrañas. Noche de la zafra, luna de cañero, noche de la zafra, luna de cañero. Cuando será mío mi valle bochero, cuando será mío mi valle bochero. Sale el sol tras la montaña, sale el sol tras la montaña, sale el sol tras la montaña, inundando todo el valle con aromas de la caña. Y esta noche en mi cabaña, y esta noche en mi cabaña,
hazaña con limón, chera esta hazaña con limón, chera esta hazaña con limón, chera azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó, azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó, azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó, azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó, azúcar de caña, sombrero de paja, mula rezongona, juguito guarapó. ¡Vamos ya!
Muchas gracias.
And just for legal purposes, let me remind you, never slap a jaw on a donkey when it's still on the donkey, okay? Just so we don't get sued.
We'd like, I'd like to take this, this opportunity to encourage you to dance. Not that people in Vermont usually need much encouragement. But some people might feel like, well, you know, this music is new and different to me. I don't really know how to dance Latin. But, you know, we don't care. You can dance Latin style. You can dance bluegrass style. You can dance Vermont hippie style. Any style you want is okay with us.
We'd like to do a song that my mother used to sing to me when I was little, and we had some time together in the tub, and she washed my hair. She lived in Mexico for many years. She was a performer, singer and dancer and actress, and made a few movies. And she tells me that the man who wrote the song was in her pursuit for some time. I guess I believe her. The song is called Dos Arbolitos, Two Little Trees. And it's about two little trees that are born on a ranch, and with their branches, they caress one another as if they were lovers. You look out in the distance and you see them in the yard of the ranch, and they look like twins. Funny thing is, we ended up having twins. That's my husband over there. We ended up having twins a few years ago. So when I sing this song and I think about my mom singing it to me, little did I know.
We'd have our own two little trees someday.
That's right. De Chucho Martínez Gil, Dos Arbolitos.
Han nacido en mi rancho dos arbolitos, dos arbolitos que parecen gemelos, y desde mi casita los veo solitos, bajo el amparo santo y la luz del cielo.
Nunca están separados uno del otro,
Porque así quiso Dios que los dos nacieran, y con sus mismas ramas se hacen caricias, como si fueran novios que se quisieran.
Arbolito, arbolito, bajo tu sol.
Voy a esperar que el día cansado muera.
Y cuando estoy solito mirando el cielo, Muchas gracias.
Sure. We're going to take you to the plains of Venezuela, the Llanos. This is a song called a tonada, or a tone. It's the songs that the cow folk, or the cowboys, the cowmen in the Llanos developed eventually to sing to their cows while they were milking them. And it is reported that they produce more milk that way. So we urge that you Vermonters try it out here, and you might get Cabot producing even larger factories. This is a song written in that vein, written by Simon Diaz, who is one of Venezuela's foremost, he's not former yet, foremost singer-songwriters. The tone, poem of the full moon. And I start out by singing that I see a blue heron doing battle on the river, and that's how my heart fell in love with yours. And then I sing something different. I say something like, go on, boy, get me my gun. I'm going to shoot that chicken hawk up there. He ain't leaving me any chickens. And then Rosie sings, that moon is watching me. I don't know what it sees. My clothes are clean. I just washed them yesterday. But that moon is watching me. And the chorus is full moon, waning moon. Tonada de luna llena.
From our latest CD.
Yo vi de una garza mora dándole combate a un río. Así es como se enamora tu corazón con el mío. Yo vi de una garza mora dándole combate a un río. Así es como se enamora. Así es como se enamora tu corazón con el mío. Tu corazón con el mío. Luna, 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 luna llena menguante. Luna, luna, luna llena Anda muchacho a la casa y me traes la carabina pa' matar ese gavilán que no me deja gallina.
La luna me está mirando, yo no sé lo que me ve. Yo tengo la ropa limpia, ayer tarde la lavé. La luna me está mirando, yo no sé lo que ve. Yo tengo la ropa limpia. Yo tengo la ropa limpia, ayer tarde la lavé. Ayer tarde la lavé. Luna, 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 luna llena menguante. Luna llena menguante.
Yo vi Así es como se enamora tu corazón con el mío. Yo vi de una garza mora dándole combate a un río.
Así es como se enamora.
Así es como se enamora tu corazón con el mío. Tu corazón con el mío. Luna, luna, luna llena menguante. Luna, luna, luna llena
Menguante.
Thank you. Muy
Muchas
amables.
gracias.
Well, as I mentioned a little earlier in the evening, we're very, very happy to have the presence of Alan del Castillo joining us this evening, who came from Puerto Rico and actually chose, because we had sort of looked at our summer schedule and thought, well, maybe Alan will have to wait a few months and wait till the fall to come for some of our sort of bigger productions, because we tour as a duo, as a trio, as a quartet, as a sextet. And Alan sent us an email and said, well, I have a complaint to register. I'm not playing with you until September, and I'd like to come this summer. So he chose this tour, and here we are in Middlebury. And we'd like to show him off a little bit. Alan plays these beautiful traditional instruments, both from the Andes and from Central America, and I'm going to invite him to tell you a little bit about the ocarina.
You've probably seen this before. It's an ocarina, also sometimes known as a sweet potato. It's a clay flute, a hollow sphere with 4 holes, and a fipple, which is the same kind of mouthpiece as the recorder and some other flutes of South America. And we're going to play a couple of melodies on this and a couple of other ocarinas. And the melody is called Papel de Plata, or Silver Paper. It's from the Altiplano region, the area between Peru and Bolivia.
And this instrument is called pezuñas, or chuyus, or charchas, and it comes from Bolivia, percussion instrument made of goat hooves.
Pel de plata quisiera, lunita de oro tuviera, para escribir una carta a mi prenda más querida. Ay, mi Cholita, ay, corazoncito, ¿hasta cuándo estaré yo sufriendo? Ay, mi Cholita, ay, corazoncito, ¿hasta cuándo estaré yo sufriendo? ¡Vámonos!
Alan del Castillo. Muchas gracias. So now I have to unveil another truth about Alan. See, in his other life in Puerto Rico, he's a psychiatrist, and we somehow lure him away from his practice and bring him up, usually to the US, to perform, although we did go to Puerto Rico. That was kind of fun, in May. This is a song that we think really fits our image and our personas, because this is a kind of an argument in song. The song is called La Vela. It's from Chile by Carmen Lavanchi. And Brian and I, when we're without Alan, we sort of, we have a good marriage and we work things out. We have our discussions, But see, then bringing Alan into the picture really kind of rounds out the scene, don't you think, Brian?
As it were, yeah.
As it were. Sort of helps us, and besides, we're his therapy, because, right? He uses music, so it's all very organic to who we are and
This
how
song
we
is
do
an
it.
argument in musical form about what the word vela means. In Spanish, vela has two very different meanings. It can be a sail, like on a sailboat, or it can be a candle. And this song is a discussion about just that. The first person says, I'm telling you, vela is for lighting your way. I know because I lit my way with one. It's made out of wax. It has a little wick that burns. And if you don't believe me, look it up in the dictionary or ask a wise man. He'll tell you I'm right. Rosie, always the contrarian, says, no. I'm telling you, you don't know what you're talking about. Vela is for sailing. You can sail on an ocean, on a lake, on the river. If you don't believe me, ask a sailor. He'll tell you I'm right.
Te digo yo, velas para alumbrar, de cera es y con mecha de quemar. No me digas que no sé, con mi vela alumbré. Y si a mí tú no me crees, busca en el diccionario o pregúntale a un sabio, me dará a mí la razón.
Te digo yo, velas para navegar en lago, río, también en alta mar. No me digas que no sé, en velero navegué. Y si a mí tú no me crees, pues pregúntale a un marino, busca en la enciclopedia, me dará a mí la razón.
Te digo
esto
yo,
es
velas
mentira.
para alumbrar,
Escucha, yo sé la
y con mecha de
verdad.
quemar. No me digas que no sé,
Yo
con
te
mi
digo
vela
que es así,
alumbré. Y si a mí tú no me
escúchame
ves,
y
busca
te
en el diccionario o
diré que
pregúntale a un
vela
sabio,
es
me dará a mí la
navegar.
razón.
Te
No,
digo
eso
yo,
es
velas para
mentira.
navegar en
Escucha, yo
lago,
sé
río,
la
también en alta
verdad.
mar. No me digas que no sé,
Yo
en
te
velero
digo, no es
navegué.
así,
Y si a mí tú no me
escúchame
crees, pues
y te
pregúntale a un
diré
marino,
que
busca en la
vela es
enciclopedia, me
para
dará a mí la razón.
alumbrar.
La vela
Velas
es
para alumbrar
navegar
y con mecha de
en
quemar.
alta mar. No me digas que no sé,
No me digas que no sé, no me digas que no sé. Te
No,
digo
eso
yo,
es
velas
mentira.
para alumbrar, de
Escucha, yo
cera
sé la
y con mecha de
verdad.
quemar. No me digas que no sé,
Yo
con
te
mi
digo
vela
que
alumbré. Y si a mí tú no me crees, busca en el diccionario o pregúntale a un
All right, should we take a vote?
I was right, was I not?
We always let her end up thinking she was right. I found that's the easiest way to get out of arguments with Rosie.
Yeah, all right, Rosie.
Okay, well, about what Brian was saying about 20 minutes ago about dancing, now here's the danceable part.
In fact, from now on to the end of the show, it's pretty danceable.
No, that's not true, because we were going to do one lullaby.
Oh, that's
we're
right.
Sandwich
It's
it in
danceable
between,
and
just so that
sleepable and then
people can
danceable again.
Rest for a minute.
You can dance and then you can fall asleep and then you can wake up and dance again.
Okay, de Puerto Rico, una bomba para ustedes. Here's a song that was very popular in the 70s in Puerto Rico, and Brian kind of took it and revived it and changed the arrangement a little bit. It's called Coqui Serenito. I wonder if any of you know what a coqui is.
Anybody here ever been to Puerto Rico? Aha. Then you know what a coqui is.
It's a little frog that goes...
It's a little tiny tree frog about this big, even smaller than Alan's smallest ocarina. And it has a beautiful song, comes out every night. No matter where you are on the island, you hear them. This song says, "Serene coqui of the dawn, now the daylight has come. You go to sleep and let me sing to you."
So if you feel like dancing, and it's very dark now, we won't see you, don't worry, but if you... Don't be shy. I just want to give you a little dance tutorial. Basically, with Latin dancing, you dance, from the hips down. So what I like to tell folks is just think of when you first learned to ride your bicycle, right? Right?
No, not when you first learned, because that's when you keep falling down and stuff. After you learned it more.
Yeah. After you're done with the part where you fall off your bike a lot and you already got it down, that's the part you should think about. 1, 2, 1, 2. Everything's from the hip down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Very easy. Okay, that's all. Dance tutorial.
All right, there you have it.
Coqui Serenito de Josie de León, de Puerto Rico, para ustedes.
Introducción en bongos, por favor.
You can put your hands together, it's safe here in Vermont. Eso. Coqui serenito de la madrugada,
Coqui.
ya sale el rayito, vete a descansar.
Coqui.
Ya se ha amanecido con su bello cantar. Espera esta la noche y vuelve a cantar. Tu vida, mi amiga, es digna de admirar.
Coqui.
Cuando estoy dormida, tu lema es ganar.
Coqui.
Por eso te admiro, pues me hiciste inspirar. Y mientras tú descansas, yo te voy a cantar.
Lindas melodías que mi corazón te brinda, porque no hay cosa más linda
Que tú silbas. Ay, la, le canta mi pueblo.
Se oyen de noche, lindas melodías son los coquíes de la tierra mía. Se oyen de noche, lindas melodías son los coquíes de la tierra mía.
Aquí en mi borinquén, en un montecito, se escucha de noche el coqui serenito.
Se oyen de noche, lindas melodías son los coquíes de la tierra mía.
Coqui, coqui, que bien me hace sentir al saber que tú eres oriundo de aquí.
Se oyen de noche,
Todos.
lindas melodías son los coquíes de la tierra mía.
De Arecibo Ponce se escucha su cantar, de Luquillo a Aguada se oye su silbar.
Se oyen de noche, lindas melodías son los coquíes de la tierra mía.
Ay, canta
aquí tu cantar me inspira. Y cuando estoy lejos, tus ojos se olvidan.
Se oyen de noche lindas melodías, son los coquíes de la tierra mía.
Ay, cantan de noche y duermen de día. Ay, son los coquillas, mi vida, de la tierra mía.
Se oyen de noche lindas melodías, son los coquíes de la tierra mía. Coquí,
Coqui,
coquí,
coqui, coqui, qui, qui, qui.
coquí,
Coqui,
coquí.
coqui, coqui, qui, qui, qui. Coqui.
On the bass, from Cuba, Carlos del Pino. He sits back there quietly but potently, holding us up. From our latest CD, En Todo Momento, here's another song that Brian wrote. Actually, he put music to this beautiful poetry. I want to mention that we did bring our latest CD, En Todo Momento, with us, as well as some copies of our earlier CDs. We have 2 others. I also need to confess that we were very fortunate at Middlebury College to have had a wonderful reception and have nearly sold out of our latest CD. But we have many more in our office, and should you be so inspired and wish to purchase our latest CD or any of the other ones, you can take the other ones home. But our latest one, once the 4 copies we have are sold, it will be sold out. We'll keep one as a sample, actually, for you to look at the song selection. All of the CDs have bilingual lyrics enclosed, but I would like to make a special offer since it was actually my personal fault that we don't have enough CDs because I left the box in the office. I'd like to offer you the possibility of taking the CD for the same price, and where the mailing expense is on us, and if you leave your money with us tonight and leave your name on our mailing list and just mark down, we'll have one of our wonderful helpers over there mark down that you paid for the CD in advance. We'll send it out to you in the next few days, so you should have it in your hands in no time at all, and please forgive the error, and we hope you'll want to take a little recuerdo, a little souvenir of Sol y Canto home with you.
Semanario del primer beso, week-iversary of the first kiss. In this little chest, I'm saving the only kiss you've ever given me. It's a week old now, and I'm going to throw a party for it. It wants something from you, and remember, it's not me asking, it is. It wants you to bring it another kiss, because it's been a week now that it's all alone.
En este cofrecito tengo guardado el único besito que tú me has dado. Voló por tu ventana hacia la siesta. Hoy cumple una semana, le haré una fiesta, un regalo en su sueño. No te lo olvides, no soy yo pedigüeño, es el que pide. Tu regalito espera ser su invitada, porque lo que quisiera no cuesta nada. Que le traigas con ganas otro besito. Hoy cumple una semana, está el solito. En este cofrecito tengo guardado el único besito que tú me has dado. Voló por tu ventana hacia la siesta. Hoy cumple una semana, le haré una fiesta, un regalo en su sueño. No te lo olvides, no soy ya pedigüeño, es el que pide. Tu regalito espera ser su invitada, porque lo que quisiera pasa nada, que le traigas con ganas otro besito y cúmplele una semana de estar solito. Mira, pani, mira, 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 para, piri, para, puri, para, piri.
Muchas gracias. Well, I'm thinking of things that I wanted to tell you tonight. I want to remind you that we would love to hear what you thought of our songs or anything you'd like to say. You can send us a message through our website, which is predictably addressed www.solicanto.com. And we'd love to know what you think. You can also sign up on our mailing list that way, as well as our email list. And we also invite you to sign our mailing list, which is over on the table as well. We're very fond of email addresses since it's quick and easy to let folks know where we're touring around the country. And if any of you happen to be visiting Middlebury and actually live elsewhere, we'll be in, all over the East Coast. We'll be in Westport, Connecticut later this month on July 30th. We'll be in Woodstock, Vermont. Yeah, we'll be in Woodstock, Vermont on August 12th, if I'm not mistaken, through the Pentangle Arts Council with our sextet, actually. We'll add congas and saxophone and flute. And let's see, what else? We'll be at the Kennedy Center at a wonderful festival on September 10th, and all over different parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, and in the Southwest in November in Albuquerque, where Brian's from, and in Tucson and in Phoenix, and more to come. So all that's actually posted on our website, everything that's confirmed, and we can certainly let you know if you give us your information.
This is a little lullaby that I just finished writing for my daughters, Sonia and Alisa. It's based on something that Rosie and I have been telling them for years when we put them down for the bed for the night, which is hasta la luna, te quiero hasta la luna, el cielo, los planetas y las estrellas y mucho más allá, which means I love you to the moon, the stars, the sky, and much beyond. And it's pretty much what this song is about. It says if you should cover the whole world in all your wanderings and find yourself lost alone out there, one sky covers us all, and that's how my love will cover you.
I certainly hope they're asleep by now out there on the green here in Middlebury. And if not, this will be the song that'll put them out.
Hasta la luna, el cielo, los planetas y las estrellas y mucho más allá. Así te quiero hoy día y para siempre. Mira la luna. Si recorrieras el mundo en tus andares y te encontrarás perdida por allá, un solo cielo te cubre donde quiera, así mi amor sé que hasta la luna, el cielo, los planetas y las estrellas y mucho más allá. Así te quiero, aunque no esté contigo. Mira la luna y lo sabrás. Mira la luna y lo
Hasta la luna, de Brian. Also from our latest CD, this is called Mis Razones, and all the songs we're going to do from here out are great dance rhythms. So whoever feels inspired, please get up and boogie. Oh, last thing I meant to tell you, and I forgot, was that if you decide you'd like to purchase some of our CDs, we're happy to autograph them for you after the show's over. And besides, we'd love to say hi, and I can show you my 8,532 pictures of Sonia and Alisa. Oh yeah, we can, Brian is kindly offering that we can autograph the ones that we mail as well. So we'll do that. At no extra charge. How old are the twins? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I love you. Can I take you home with me? They're 4. They're 4 and 3 months and 2 days and 5 hours and no, just kidding. They were born on April 2nd at 1:17 and 1:19 p.m.
2 minutes? She doesn't waste any time.
Mis razones, my reasons for singing, from the epic poem about the life of the gaucho, Martín Fierro, by José Hernández. I came to the earth to sing, and I will go to the foot of my maker, always singing. Beorquídea Pino of Cuba, I've planted seeds in the earth that I need to tend to so that they can grow into strong trees. Mis razones. Music by Libby Harding from California.
De mi padre, vine a este mundo a cantar.
Que no se trabe mi lengua, ni me falte la palabra. El cantar mi gloria labra y poniéndome a cantar, cantando me han de encontrar, aunque la tierra se abra.
Yo no soy cantor letrao, mas si me pongo a cantar, no tengo cuándo acabar. Y me envejezco cantando, las coplas me van brotando como agua de manantial.
También, pero no puedo, estoy atado, aquí en la tierra me quedaré. Y cuando veo otras gaviotas abrir sus alas, yo creeré que es estoy con ellas allá en el cielo, en ese instante descenderé. Es que en el cielo hay mil paisajes, sueños hermosos que quiero ver, pero aquí abajo tengo los míos, árboles fuertes. Y un día planté, árboles fuertes, árboles fuertes. Y un día planté, árboles fuertes, árboles fuertes. Un día planté, árboles fuertes, árboles fuertes, que ya viene el temporal, ay que aguante, que aguante, que aguante el temporal, ay que aguante el temporal, ay que aguante el temporal, que ya viene el temporal, nadie va a tumbar, ay que aguante el temporal, fuerte, que ya viene el temporal, que tumba Guañacán, ay que aguante el temporal, ni tampoco el que ya viene ni a volar del ay que aguante el temporal, que ya viene el temporal, ay que aguante el temporal, que ya viene el temporal, lo vine a cantar, ay que aguante el temporal, que ya viene el temporal, ay que aguante el temporal, te lo digo yo, que ya viene el temporal, cantando me han de encontrar, aunque la tierra sea
que ya viene el temporal. Es que en el cielo hay mil paisajes, sueños hermosos que quiero ver, pero aquí abajo tengo los míos, árboles fuertes, árboles fuertes, árboles fuertes, árboles fuertes.
Nos vamos al Uruguay. I'm going to take you to the African population of Uruguay in the city of Montevideo. We'll do a rhythm such as this one during Carnaval in February when things get nice and toasty. Everybody goes out on the streets to celebrate Carnaval in big groups of comparsas with dancers and drummers. And they'll do a pattern just like this one. Un, dos, tres. Un, dos, tres. Un, dos. Candombe Mulato by Victor Lima.
Black person with white features, white person with black features. You must never hide what comes from inside. In your blood beat two bloods together, and we must never let the drums of the ancestors stop. Dance, dance, but think that people can think better when their stomachs are full. Dance, but think that we must all put our heart into it so everyone can think better. Candombe Mulato.
Mulato, venga esa mano, que se chas chas en el tambori. Que mulato, venga esa mano, que se chas chas en el tambori. Este cantón, mezcla de negro y de blanco. chachambulaco, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor. Chachambulaco, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor. Chachambulaco, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor. Chachambulaco, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor. Chachambulato, pégala allí. Chachambulato, pégala allá. Chachambulato, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor. Chachambulato, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor. Chachambulato, venga esa mano, que hace chas chas en el tambor.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to take you to Cuba. There's a wonderful Cuban rhythm called son, which is the ancestor and the fountain of salsa. Everything we know as salsa would be nothing if it weren't for the son. And this is one about a fruit and vegetable vendor who shows up in the neighborhood, and when he arrives, the whole place gets into an uproar as if something wonderful were happening. El vendedor.
Pregonas y señores, lleguen. Yo conozco un vendedor por el barrio de Atare, que pregona sí señores, lleguen. Lo mismo le vende piña que toma, plátano maduro, verdes y aguacate. Y cuando llega el solar él se alborota, como si llegara una gran cosa. Lo mismo le vende piña que tomate, plátano maduro, verdes y aguacate. Y cuando llega el solar él se alborota, como si llegara una gran cosa. Yo conozco un vendedor por el barrio de Atare, que pregona sí señores, lleguen. Lo mismo le vende piña que tomate, plátano maduro, verdes y aguacate. Y cuando llega el solar él se alborota, como si llegara una gran cosa.
Llegué, 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 llegué.
Ha llegado el verdurero,
Llegué.
traigo el plátano maduro,
Llegué.
traigo berenjena. traigo tomate,
Llegué.
ha llegado el frutero,
Llegué.
traigo mango y lechosa,
Llegué.
traigo guayaba,
Llegué.
dulce coco y piña,
Llegué.
el vendedor,
Llegué.
el vendedor,
Llegué.
el vendedor, el vendedor,
Llegué.
el vendedor.
Llegué. El sonero, señor, el
Sonero,
el sonero, señor, el sonero,
el sonero, señores.
señor, el sonero, señor, el sonero.
Sonero, señor, el sonero,
El sonero, señor, el sonero,
el sonero,
señor, el sonero,
el sonero,
el sonero,
señor.
señor.
Muchas gracias. El frutero de Cuba. Otra canción de Puerto Rico. The other day, a young man came up to us at Middlebury College and said, you know, of course he said this in Spanish, he said, you really should change your name to Sol y Luna. I'm thinking, why does he want to change his name to Sol y, Sol y Canto is sun and song. We feel it represents us so well. He said, yeah, but you do so many songs about the moon, La Luna. So a good observation, he thought we had 4. We actually have 3 in the repertoire, but even that amazed me. I hadn't noticed. I guess we're sort of drawn to the moon. It's beautiful out tonight. I hope it's still there. I hope it's still visible. This one is called Que Bonita Luna. What a beautiful moon, what a beautiful sky. How beautiful the light shining in your dark eyes. I'm hoping that the wonderful, very generous people who helped to take care of our little girls during the earlier part of the evening, Lynn and her children, let me see if I remember, Kristen and Allison. I hope they're still here, and I want to dedicate this song to them and thank them. Muchas gracias for taking care of Alisa and Sonia. This is in a wonderful dance rhythm called the plena dance rhythm. I don't know about you guys in Middlebury, Vermont. It's supposed to be that as the night wears on and we do more and more dance rhythms, you get rowdier and noisier, and instead you're getting quieter. I think that's a compliment.
It's the
but
cold night air, Rosie.
No, it's not that cold out. I think we've warmed them up by now. Have we warmed them? If we haven't warmed you up by now, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. So here we go with the plena, Que Bonita Luna. Vamos, Middlebury, ayúdenos.
Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo, qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo, qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros, qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros.
Anda, vida mía, como yo te quiero, que tú te apareces dentro de mis sueños, que tú te apareces dentro de mis sueños. bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros, qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros. Perdona el dolor, este afán tan fiero, de amarte y buscarte, corazón adentro, de amarte y buscarte, corazón adentro. Cuando al fin te acercas, cuando al fin te tengo, solo somos uno, la unidad de un beso. Cuando al fin te acercas, cuando al fin te tengo, solo somos uno, la unidad de un beso. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo, qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo, qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros, qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros. Eva, keep it up. Hey, 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 hey. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Everybody. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros. Qué bonito el brillo de tus ojos negros. What a lovely moon, how beautiful the sky. What a lovely moon, how beautiful the sky. What a lovely light shining in your eyes. What a lovely light shining in your eyes. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Anda, vete y dile, viento mensajero, que nadie ha querido como yo te quiero. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Cuando luna y estrella duermen en mi pecho, se me olvidó mis brazos, duermen en mi pecho. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo. Qué bonita luna, qué bonito cielo.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. We have a couple more songs for you. I want to introduce once again the members of the band from Puerto Rico on flute, ocarinas, quena, small percussion, and beautiful voice. Alan, el doctor Alan del Castillo.
Gracias. Thank you very much.
From Cuba, now living in the Boston area, we're very happy to bring with us on this tour Carlos del Pino on bass. On guitar, compositions, arrangements, and vocals and percussion from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and being father of twins, my husband, Brian Amador.
And from Santurce, Puerto Rico, her family from Puerto Rico and Argentina on lead vocals, bongo, and small percussion, Rosie Amador.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much to all the folks here who helped to arrange our visit. We're really, really, really glad to be back. I want to especially thank Carol Green for us on our behalf, and I want to congratulate you for having a wonderful series. You're very, very lucky to have this in your community, and I hope that you'll do everything you can to help support their organization and keep wonderful, magical evenings like this happening. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
There's lots of volunteers who make this happen. Thank you to all of them, and thank you to our sound and lights people, to Mark and Tim for doing a great job this
Yes.
evening. A round of applause for them.
And make sure you keep coming to these concerts because there's a wonderful lineup coming. As they mentioned before, Tim O'Brien, his sister Molly O'Brien is going to be here. John Gorka, or as they call him in Boston, the home of the greatest pitcher in baseball, John Gaka. That's Juan Gaka.
That's right. And how about another round of applause for Red Wing? They were wonderful this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an honor to be able to follow them.
You know, our record is actually on Red Wing Records.
I
I
know.
wonder if theirs is on Canto Records.
No, I don't think so,
No?
Brian.
Oh, crap.
Okay, if any of you have heard of the Buena Vista Social Club album, this is a song from that album. We hope that perhaps this will inspire you to get up and boogie. And if not, do the clave with us. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or sing along, whatever you like, or just move in your seat. El Cuarto de Tula.
Tula's room caught on fire because she fell asleep and she didn't blow out the candle.
Un, dos, tres. Eso. Esa clave.
En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. Allá fueron los bomberos con sus campanas y sus sirenas. Allá fueron los bomberos con sus campanas y sus sirenas. Ay, mamá, ¿qué pasó? Ay, mamá, ¿qué pasó? En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. Allá fueron los bomberos con sus campanas y sus sirenas. Allá fueron los bomberos con sus campanas y sus sirenas. Ay, mamá, ¿qué pasó? Ay, mamá, ¿qué pasó? El cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. El cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Ay, el cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormido y no apagó la vela, la vela, la vela,
El cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Allá ven los bomberos y en la policía. Ay, que la pobre Tula se queda dormida.
Cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
La vela, no apagó la vela, la vela, la vela. La pobre Tula no apagó la
Cuarto de Tula
vela.
se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
¡Flauta!
De Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Un, dos, tres, un, dos, tres. a los del vino, pónganse los cinturones, fasten your seatbelts. Ahora va a despegar. Carlos del Pino en el bajo.
Se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
La vela, no apagó la vela. El cuarto de Tula se cogió candela.
El cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. El cuarto de Tula se cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Thank you, Middlebury. Muchísimas gracias. Hasta la próxima.
You asked for it.
Qué buena gente. You guys are so nice. I love it. Okay. So, since you guys are so nice and we really want to see you again, we really hope that you'll sign our mailing list or visit our website, solicanto.com, and the mailing list is conveniently located right here next to all of the highly educational, bilingually lyriced in the CD booklet, CDs, and cassettes.
Also ecologically friendly.
Is it? More or less. They're made of plastic, but hey, what can we do?
Recyclable.
All the nations like banana. All the races like banana.
Calypso.
All the nations
From
like
Nicaragua via
banana.
Jamaica and Cambridge, Massachusetts.
All the races like banana.
All the
Nations like banana.
This one we dedicate to Ruth Henry.
All the races like banana.
Mexico like it.
Banana.
Cuba like it.
Banana.
Nicaragua like it.
Banana.
Australia like it.
Banana.
England like it.
Banana.
Thailand like it.
Banana.
Japan like it.
Banana.
Vermont like it.
Banana.
All the nations like banana. All the races like banana. All the nations like banana.
Here's our friend David joining us on the bongo.
All the races like banana.
All right. New York like it.
Banana.
Chicago like it.
Banana.
Vermont like it.
Banana.
New Hampshire like it.
Banana.
Connecticut like it.
Banana.
And Burlington like it.
Banana.
Montpelier like it.
Banana.
And Middlebury love it.
Banana.
Banana.
All the nations like banana. Okay, no excuse not to sing. You speak English.
All the races like banana. All the nations like banana.
Oh yes, David has got the beat.
All the races like banana.
Dr. Alan like it.
Banana.
David like it.
Banana.
Rosie like it.
Banana.
And Carlos too.
Banana.
How about you?
Banana.
I bet you do.
Banana.
You love the banana.
Banana, banana.
I can see it in your face.
Banana, banana.
You got banana
Banana.
written all over the place.
Banana.
Everybody like it.
Banana.
Everybody like it.
Banana.
Banana. Get funky. Pónganse los cinturones, señores y señoras. Llega el momento de hablarles una cosa. Es una fruta amarilla deliciosa, con una carne suavecita y pulposa, y minerales que la hacen deliciosa.
Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que me gusta saborear. Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que se pela para gozar.
Es una fruta de familia distinguida, de muchos casos, muchos tipos de comida. Plátanos para acompañar carne cocida, dulces, manzanas con su cáscara rosadita.
Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que me gusta saborear. Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que se pela para gozar.
Hey, tell
The fruit I'm
Brian.
talking about, you know it's not a cherry, not a papaya, pomegranate, or strawberry. It's not a kiwi or a lime or a blueberry. It's a banana, then in answer to your query.
Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que me gusta saborear. Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que se pela para gozar.
This is a fruit that can be used in many ways. You bake banana bread and serve it up on trays. Banana daiquiri will put you in a haze, but don't step on a peel or you'll slide for days.
Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que me gusta saborear. Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que se pela para gozar.
It may seem silly that we sing this composition,
Uh-huh.
but I don't believe that we're lacking erudition. Sometimes you can't explain the source of a tradition, but this one has appeal,
And so it reached fruition.
Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que me gusta saborear. Banana por acá, banana por allá. Banana es una fruta que se pela para gozar. Banana. All the nations like banana.
Let's hear it, Middlebury, Vermont, all the races.
All the races like banana. All the nations like banana.
Oh, delicious like it.
All the races like banana. banana.
Go, Middlebury, go.
All the races like banana. All the nations like banana. All the races like banana.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you to David.